You got the money?
Yeah, you got the stuff?
Yeah, let me see the money first.
No, first you show me the stuff.
Show me the money.
Whatever, Jerry Maguire.
Who's Jerry Maguire?
Never mind.
Hey, what are you guys arguing about?
Nothing.
Really? It doesn't sound like nothing.
It's definitely nothing.
Well, given that neither of you have any money or pockets, it sounds like you're both trying to double-cross each other.
I knew it. I knew you didn't have $500.
And I knew you didn't have Obi-Wan's original robe.
Sure I do. It's right here.
Hey, that's mine. How many times do we need to have the conversation about you selling my things?
At least one more time, apparently.
It was a rhetorical question, Gene.
Well, ask a rhetorical question, get a rhetorical answer.
Yeah.
I didn't realize rhetorical answers were a thing.
I don't know what rhetorical means.
Now you know.
Well, now that I've learned something, how about we teach some things, okay?
Yeah.
I'm going to get myself into the frame, get these two shysters out of here.
What?
All right? I'm Mr.
Stars.
Manella, and I'm here to teach you guys some 5th grade math, and hopefully the people helping me will be better than they are at clandestine business dealings. Okay?
No promises.
Yeah.
I mean, I know better than to ask for things like that. You know, it kind of like a plan for the worst, expect
Yeah.
the hope for the best type of thing, you know?
Man, I live with no regrets. Try it all.
Yeah.
Like math. I'd like to try some math.
Yeah?
Totally.
You guys ready to learn about some math?
Yeah.
Rock and roll!
Woo!
Today we are going to be learning about multi-digit multiplication. You guys know what that means?
I definitely know what multiplication is, and I know what digits are. Does multi mean like when my flamenco cousin gets a new set of feathers and loses all their old ones?
That's multi. Multi means like more than one, like the multivitamin I take every morning.
Oh, or like how multiplayer in a video game means you're playing with other people.
Exactly.
Oh.
Multi means more than one. That's why it's called
Oh.
multiplying. Because we get more than one of a number over and over and over again. Okay?
Oh, when my cousins molt, they lose way more than one feather. It's kind of like when I shed.
You shed? I don't. I think it's because I'm hypoallergenic.
You can hypnotize people? Whoa. But where's your pocket watch?
As we established earlier, he does not have pockets. He is also not a hypnotist.
Oh.
We need to get started.
But he's non-hypnotistic. He doesn't shed, and he hypnotizes people.
Oh my
Right?
god. Oh my god.
Multiplication!
Yes, let's get started. When we multiply large numbers, the first thing we're going to do is get an estimate so we can make sure our answer makes sense when we are done. Here's our problem, 786 times 57. What will we round 786 to?
It's between 700 and 800, and it's closer to 800, so I'm going to say 800.
Very nice. What about the 57, Gene?
57 is closer to 60 than it is to 50, so it's 60.
Right on. So our estimate is 800 times 60. Our 3 zeros go at the end. We multiply 8 times 6, and we get 48. So our estimate is 48,000. Our actual answer will be close to this, and it'll be a little less because we rounded both factors up. This is called an overestimate. Okay, so now we need to do the actual multiplying. There are a lot of steps, so buckle up.
Ooh, where are we going?
Into the multiverse.
What he said. Okay, so let's keep our estimate up in the corner and do our multiplication on a fresh page. Okay. So there's our number, all right? And we have 786 times 57, and we're really multiplying 786 times 7 and 786 times 50, and then adding them together. First, we multiply by 7, and we need to do that in individual steps. Every part of 786 needs to be multiplied by 7. We start on the right and move left. So, 6 times 7 is?
42, the answer to everything. Do we put that on the first line?
Part of it goes there, but only the ones. Douglas Adams would be so proud of you. The 2 goes down there, and we keep the 4 tens to add on to our next multiplication, which is 8 tens times 7. How many tens is that?
The 8 tens times 7 is 56 tens. So does that mean it's really 560?
It does, plus the 4 tens from 42, and that gives us 60 tens. The 0 will go down below, and we take that 6, which is 60 tens, or 600s, and put them onto our last multiplication. 700s times 7 is?
4900s.
Oh, plus 6 more hundreds is 5500s.
It is. We'll put those onto our first line because there's nowhere else to take them. So our first line is 5,502. That is 786 times 7. Another way to think of it is 700 times 7 plus 80 times 7 plus 6 times 7.
Oh.
Add them all up and we get 5,502.
Oh,
Okay?
I like how you did that all laid out. That's nice.
Yeah, well, I wanted you guys to see how multiplication works, right? Because multiplication is really just a faster way to do addition. That's what
Oh.
multiplying is. We added 786 57 times. But doing that would take a super long time, so somebody a long time ago figured out a shortcut and called it multiplication. And now we're multiplying. Okay?
Oh. How do we multiply the next line?
Well, we have to still multiply 786 by 50, but we're going to need something down there to hold our place for us because we're not actually multiplying by 5, we're multiplying by 50. So what's going to go down there and hold that ones place open?
0! My hero.
You know it. There it is. Now we multiply each digit by the 5, which is really 50, but that's what the 0 is for. Okay, so 6 times 5 is 30, and we put that additional 0 down below and keep the 3 for our next step. What's 8 times 5?
40 plus 3 is 43. So the 3 goes down below, and the 4 has to wait.
Indeed it does, okay? And 7 times 5 is 35, plus our 4 from the previous step, and we get 39. That goes down below, and we have our second line, 39,300. We got there by putting together 700 times 50 plus 80 times 50 plus 6 times 50. Add them all up, and we get 39,300. Whew! That was a lot. Good thing we're done now.
Yeah.
But don't we need to add the two lines together to finish the multiplication problem?
Yeah, you've still got to use the force to guide the shot into the air vent and blow up the Death Star.
Right. Let's do that now. We add our two lines together, and we get 4,000 plus 40,000, which is 44,802. Okay, see? I almost made a mistake there, but I caught it, and we're going to keep going.
Yeah.
Because, you know, again, we're authentic here, all
Yeah.
right? You'll also notice that I forgot to put the answer on the right for the second line into the addition problem, but it's there now, okay? So you didn't miss it. You just had to wait a little while. Hey, guys, I'm not perfect, all right?
Low budget.
We keeps it real.
That's right. Okay.
Hey, Mr. Manila, that number is less than our estimate.
It is, because, again, we rounded up both factors to estimate, which means our estimate was going to be higher. Had we rounded them both down, that would be called an underestimate.
Oh.
We'll actually try one of those on the whiteboard.
All right, let's go to the whiteboard.
All right.
Sweet.
Okay, let's try one more problem here on the whiteboard. We're going to use a 4-digit number and a 2-digit number. So we're going to get a pretty big answer. But first, to make sure that our answer is reasonable, we should estimate, okay? So we're going to take our first number, 7,469, and we're going to round it to the nearest thousand. What would that
Oh.
be, Stuart?
Hold on. Oh, that 7,469 is closer to 7,000 because that 4 is less than 5.
Right, it's almost right in the middle, but it is a little bit closer
Yeah.
to 7,000.
Yeah.
So we'll do that. And Gene, what about that 80? What are we going to round that to?
I'm going to say that's way closer to 80 than to 90.
It is.
Yeah.
Okay, so we count up the number of zeros in our factors. It's 4.
Mhm.
Stu, you want to tell me what 7 times 8 is?
56.
56. Okay, so that's our estimate. And this is actually going to be an underestimate
Whoa.
because we rounded both factors down, which means our actual answer is going to be more than 560,000.
Whoa.
I know, we'll get there. It's going to take a minute, okay, but we will get there.
Okay.
All right, so the first thing we do, I like to think of this as like the whole family's going to visit grandma and grandpa, okay?
Ah.
So 2 is grandpa and 8 is grandma, okay? And so everybody in the family has to say hi to grandpa before they can say hi to grandma and then come in the house. So
Oh.
grandma's line's going to be down here. Grandpa's line's going to be up here. Everybody's got to say hi to grandpa first. And then once everybody says hi to him, he's going to take a nap because that's what grandpas do. And we're going to put a blanket over him. So that way we don't use, we don't wake him up, okay?
Oh, okay.
And then also we're going to have an uncle named Zero who's going to be a part
Oh.
of this. He's going to be your favorite uncle.
I
Okay.
love him already.
All right, so let's start with 9 times 2. Gene, what's that?
I'm going to go ahead and say 18.
18 is correct. You're barely in the frame again, Gene. I know you're shy, but just, it's
Sorry.
I know you know how to hover. If you want to just hover over my shoulder, it's cool, man. Yeah, don't bite my head. I saw that in the last video. All right, well, it was like 3 or 4 videos ago.
You got to have fun with it.
Yeah, I'm not a
That
snack.
fruity hair
Okay.
gel.
Our 1 goes up here. I do not use fruity hair gel.
It just smells good.
It
Do
is
you wanna
a
take
high quality product that is organically made.
Smuckers.
Okay, so we're
Just
all.
because you guys have never styled your hair.
Oh yeah, no. Mm-mm.
Okay. So now, 6 needs to visit Grandpa. What's 6 times 2, Stu?
12.
12 plus 1,
13.
13. We put our 3 down here
Oh, the one up there.
and the 1 up there. Now, Gene, what's 4 times 2?
I'm going to go ahead and say 8, sir.
Plus 1.
9.
Good. Now, we don't have anything else to carry up because this isn't bigger than 10.
Yeah.
So all we got to do left, Stu, is 7 times 2.
Oh, it's 14. I love when you ask me the times twos.
It is for, yeah, those are some pretty easy ones.
Yeah.
But we're about to step our game up with some 8s.
What?
Okay? So
Woo!
now, everyone has visited Grandpa. We're going to put a blanket on Grandpa, and he's going to take a nap.
Uh-huh.
Okay? Because he's tired and he's Grandpa. Grandpa's nap. All right?
Okay.
So now everyone's going to visit Grandma. Okay? But before we do that, as we're walking in, Grandma, she's hanging out in the living room, whatever. We got to say hi to Uncle Zero, who's chilling in the dining room. So there's our 0. Remember, he goes there because we're not really multiplying by 8. What are we really multiplying by?
80.
Correct. This is the tens place. We're multiplying by
Oh.
80. This line is 7,469 times 80. That's why
Yeah.
the 0 goes there. So then we can just multiply by 8.
Hey,
Okay?
Uncle Zero.
Now, who's ready to tackle 9 times 8?
Woo!
And we're going to erase these.
You can ask Gene all the 8s.
You could try, see what happens.
Does one of you know what 7 by 7, I mean 9 times 8 is?
72.
There's a hint. It starts with 7.
72, dude.
72.
Yeah,
So
72.
I'm just getting ahead of myself. Getting ready to put my 7 up here because my 2's got to go down here. Okay.
Okay.
Now, 6 times 8. You're up.
48.
48 plus 7.
Oh, that makes it really hard. 55?
Correct.
Oh, man, I was really on the hot seat there.
That was pretty good.
Gene, 4 times 8. Quick. Think fast.
32.
Good. Plus 5.
37.
Oh, man.
Correct. Now the 7 comes into play. 7 times 8. You already told me over here.
56.
Right, it's 56. You already told me that. Plus 3.
Oh, 59.
Good.
Oh, man. Whew. My little Muppet heart's beating so fast.
I'm sure it is.
Math is so exciting.
Okay. Now, what do we do?
Oh, I remember.
Add.
I remember.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
what
add.
he said.
Add. 8
Yeah.
plus 0 is?
8,
8. 3 plus 2 is?
5,
9 plus 5 is?
14,
Ooh, you're on a roll. Keep going, man. 1 plus 4 plus 7.
12.
It is.
All right.
1 plus 1 plus 9.
11,
1 plus 5.
6.
Okay, and where does our comma go?
Oh, well, 3 spaces over, and that's the thousands comma.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, it's 612,458. Is that, in the grand scheme of things, fairly close to 560,000?
We'll
I mean,
ballpark it.
Yeah.
Given how big the numbers are,
Yeah.
being off by what, 50,000, isn't actually that much, especially when you consider that we rounded this one down by a lot.
Right.
Because it could have even, it was 31 away
Yeah.
from getting rounded up. So really, it's not surprising that it's that much of a difference, and they're actually pretty close in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah, and like they're both like 100,000s.
Right.
If one was like 50,000 and the other one was like 600,000, that'd be way off.
Right, that probably means if something like that happens, that means you probably forgot Uncle Zero.
Yeah.
Because
zero.
he's not the loudest guy in the world. He's just here to help. He's hanging out. But
Yeah, he's doing the crossword at the table.
that's right. He helped already with basting the turkey, and now he's
Yeah.
taking a break. But he does need to be counted because if you forget him, then if we shifted all this over one and then we added, we'd have something like 70,000, and that would not be the right answer. So
Okay.
that's why we do our estimate. We can go, oh, okay, that makes sense. All right.
Yeah.
What do
Yeah.
you guys think?
So everybody says hi to Grandpa,
Correct.
and then he gets a blanket.
Then he gets a blanket.
He gets all cozy and nappy. And then everybody says hi to Grandma.
Yep.
But first we say hi to Uncle Zero right there.
Yep.
And then we add it all up.
Right.
Crystal
All right.
clear, dude.
Yeah.
And we don't multiply by Uncle Zero. We just wave at him. And by that I mean we put him down there in the second row. Okay.
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
that has to represent our tens place. So,
Okay.
all right.
Well, I still think we need a recap.
Okay, let's do a recap. So, you guys learned some things today?
Yeah. One of the things I learned is that Gene is a liar and a cheat who doesn't really have $500.
Yeah, right. And I learned Stu tries to sell phony merch.
I meant about multi-digit multiplication. You know how we have to multiply every digit by the ones place, also known as grandpa, and then every digit by the tens place with an Uncle Zero. Okay, that's visiting grandma. And you know, if you want to switch it up, if you want grandma to come first instead of grandpa, that's fine. Just know that everybody has to go to the ones place first, then Uncle Zero, then everybody goes to the tens place. Okay?
Yeah, that
So-
too. We totally learned that.
Okay. So,
Yeah, it's a lot of steps though. Like the ones Rocky runs up during the training montage.
yes, those are the art museum steps in Philly, Gene.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you secretly like the Rocky movies.
I'm not made of stone, dude.
Amen, Gene. This concludes our video lesson.
Aw.
See you next time.
Bye.